Hello everybody, it's me, the Raging Epileptic. I just completed one of the worst 72 hours of my life. I did a at-home EEG where I had to wear all the electrodes on my head, taped to it, itchy as hell. And I had all of the electrodes, like the cord coming down, and I had to wear it as a fanny pack. And then the machine that transmitted that data transmitted through Bluetooth into the laptop they had set up so it could measure my EEG data. I had 2 cameras that were facing me so that when I had a seizure, my doctor can see what that looks like, like what I'm up to find triggers, which there are none. It's random, except I triggered a massive cascade of them with caffeine, of course. Fucking nuclear caffeine. I hate that shit. I am so done with it. I'll never drink it again, because I'm never doing an EEG again because we got the data. Alright, so I have temporal lobe epilepsy with a lot more spread than I thought. We have occipital, that's the eyes. We have motor, that's like how you move and stuff. And then there's prefrontal cortex. Mine wasn't touched at all. So that makes a lot of sense. But anyways, I got to see on the laptop that they left with me, I got to see my brain waves in real time while I was having seizures. It's worse than I thought. It's a lot worse than I thought. I'm really overcompensating. I kind of knew that, and I know why now. The prefrontal cortex is dealing with everything, and it's keeping me stable. Yeah. So, the rest of my brain seizes. All of it. And the only reason I'm conscious and I'm talking during seizures is this thing, the prefrontal cortex. So, I got lucky. Otherwise, I should have been tonic-clonic. I'm one step away. I'm here because of that thing. The thing that makes us human. I'm happy about that, but also a little bit upset because no one caught it but me. No one would listen. Because I was overcompensating all the time because I was taught that what I was going through wasn't real. And then finally they said it was real, but they called it psychiatric. Schizoaffective bipolar, borderline, blah, blah, blah. So I saw the waves. They're really bad. They're gamma. Gamma is seizure and only seizure activity. It's damaging to the brain. It causes neuronal death over time. Luckily, something is going on in my brain genetically that it repairs itself. But it's damaged in that moment. But it seems to be able to repair itself, which is really good. We have not had, from what we can see, permanent damage. I don't show any symptoms of it. The only symptoms I have is that I've kindled, so I have more and more and more seizures to the point of status, which means constantly seizing, which is what I did during the EEG. Every time that they would check in, because I didn't see it all the time, but when they'd check in, I'd get to see what my brain was doing, and every time I had the same pattern. Except one time, luckily, we caught me in between a seizure, finally. And we see interectal discharges, which means on the EEG, instead of like this, which is what I was doing, it's like that, and then straight, then it goes like that. Kind of like what you'd see on a heartbeat, like on an ECG, I think it's called, where they're measuring the electricity of your heart rate, or your heart. So it looked like that. Like it'll go like that, and then it'll just keep going, then it'll go like that again. Instead of like this, which is what mine was doing constantly. Caffeine is nuclear for me. I'm so happy I don't have to do that again. My EEG results were beyond conclusive. They showed the exact spread. They showed exactly the seizure focus, which was right up here, and that's where the temporal lobe sits deep within the brain, right there. It was so loud, it showed up. The deep part of my brain was screaming so loud, saying I fucking hate caffeine the whole time. And I hate being watched by these cameras, knowing that my doctor's going to see this shit. So yeah, I have temporal lobe epilepsy with a fuckload of spread that never touches the prefrontal cortex. And that's it. And not just any temporal lobe epilepsy. It's the right one. It's not left. It'll spread there quickly. But it originates in the right temporal lobe. And that's where I'm at. So I have what's called right temporal lobe epilepsy with generalized spread. And that's what they call it. And that's what I have. I don't need a doctor to diagnose this. I saw the waves myself. It doesn't take a genius. It was actually really easy to interpret. You know right away. So, yeah. I have it. It's official. Now I just need for a doctor to see the truth. And that's it. The truth is right in front of my eyes. It's right in front of Stratus's eyes, which that was the third-party company that saved my life, pretty much, and measured this stuff. They're amazing. All the praise to Stratus. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, that's the update. I'm doing a lot better now. I'm on, I just got it off yesterday. I had to wash the living hell out of my hair, and there's still stuff in there that I still have to get out. I'm finding a lot of it in there. It's weird. I need to still get it out, but that's normal after wearing that shit for 72 hours. It was miserable. But I did it. It's over. I'm done. Now, we just wait. I can get the results from Stratus myself. I can take them to another doctor, which is likely what's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen because I don't want to deal with this doctor. She was horrible. Once again, psychiatry. It's psychiatric. No. Okay, you don't get physical symptoms with fucking schizophrenia. Or bipolar. You don't get that. I get very physical symptoms. I was like shaking. I was almost convulsing. So, there's another thing I want to talk about too that's really fucking important. Sugar. So you probably have seen my other video if you have not about keto. You can watch it. You really don't need to, but you can if you want. It will add more context here. I want to add something to that. I've been doing an experiment during the EEG and now afterwards, now that I got it off my head like yesterday, I got it off at like 12 or so, like noon. I've been doing an experiment because I craved sugar like wild afterwards, and I ate a lot of it. I went and I got some orange juice and I downed it. You know, Simply Lemonade, they have orange juice. So I got that, so it was higher quality, really nice. I got the high pulp one, because it's my favorite. And I downed half of it, which was 100 grams of sugar. Literally in like 30 minutes. And I felt a lot better. And I was finally able to break the status I was in, and I calmed down. And then once it wore off, literally an hour later, I did it again. I got more sugar. I used Go-Gurt. I used whatever I could find that was sugar in my pantry. And it stayed calm. I've done keto. It did not work. It triggered a lot of seizures for me. But now that I'm doing the high sugar protocol, which I'm just adding more sugar to my diet, I am not taking away from my usual diet. Let's say 2,000 calories without sugar worth of food, right? I need to keep doing that. But I need to add a lot of sugar because it's not going to make me gain weight. It's going to go straight up to my brain because seizures are literally the most metabolically expensive thing that the brain can go through. There's nothing that's more expensive. Each seizure can take up 50 to 70 calories. And when you're constantly having them, yeah, you need a lot of sugar. Not just carbs. Not like a piece of gluten-free bread or real bread if you're not intolerant like me. Not like that. Not like a potato. No. It needs to be fast-acting sugar without anything else. You need to just eat it like a diabetic would when their sugar goes low. That's exactly how you have to treat it. But even more. You need even more. You need like 4 times as much to rescue you. So I wanted to share that with y'all. Not every epilepsy is this way, but temporal lobe epilepsy definitely is. So I would urge you to keep eating your normal diet, but add a ton of sugar. And don't even worry about, oh, healthy sugars. No such thing. Not when your brain is starving and in a massive seizure. It doesn't matter. Like, honestly, sugar that's processed by the liver might be worse, but I don't think it matters too much. And that sugar is called fructose. So really the best one is glucose. That's like the best form of sugar that'll get straight up to the brain and that the brain will be able to use the best. So if you want to be picky, glucose, okay? But I don't think it matters that much. My orange juice was perfect. Did the job perfectly. I just needed like maybe 5 or 6 gallons of it. So I would be getting candy. A lot of candy. Next grocery run because my protocol works. So don't listen to what people say about sugar. You're not other people. You are an epileptic who needs sugar. Okay? And if you don't have this condition, make sure people that you meet that look like they have it, deja vu, okay? That's a big one. And we will say it because it's very disturbing. So if someone is saying I have bad deja vu, ask them about it. Be like, what does it look like? And you will know instinctively. If it's not like your own deja vu, then it's TLE. That's like diagnostic. There's no other condition that has that. So, excuse me. Yeah, sugar. Lots and lots of sugar. And I've been very happy. My teeth aren't very happy, but the rest of me is. So, I guess I'll probably end up just getting rid of my teeth and getting fake ones. That's fine. Whatever. Better than seizures. Anything is better. So, that's the update. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Eat some sugar. If you're epileptic, eat some sugar. If you're not, consider trying this out. If you have brain stuff going on, consider trying this. It might benefit you more than you think. Just keep an eye on your fasting blood glucose. If it starts creeping up, you probably don't need this protocol. But if it stays the same and you're feeling better, there's your answer. Listen to your body. Don't listen to what the scientific community always says. They're right about a lot of stuff, but they're very wrong about sugar in certain instances. And this is one of them. This might be the biggest exception. So I'm allowed to eat as much sugar as I want, and that makes me so happy. Not just because it tastes delicious, it does, but because I can finally be at peace. It was bad this morning. I was having horrible existential dread, but it's gone now. I didn't expect that. I just was like, let me just try a lot of sugar. It worked last night, so let's try again. Okay, I'm here. I'm better. I'm not, questioning if everything is real and where the universe came from and all that crap. It's done. It's over. I don't give a shit where the universe came from anymore. What a weird symptom, but hey, that's TLE. It's a weird fucking illness, and I'm a weird fucking person because of it. So, I hope you have a great day. Share this video, comment, like, whatever. And if you don't have this illness, it's good information to know. Sugar is not always your enemy. It can be your friend. Don't listen to the keto crew. No matter what, don't listen to them. They're wrong about everything, but they're especially wrong about sugar. Sugar is necessary as hell for epileptics. So have a great day. I'll see y'all later.